Google has been known to create products that push the boundaries as to what humans can do. Although this ability is somewhat recreational in nature, there is a sense that these products all create a more equitable world. The purpose of this presentation is to showcase 4 different products, all pioneered by Google, and the impact that they have had on the world and Google users. The 4 products that I will talk about are as follows: Project Loon, Google Glass, the self-driving car, and the Google Internet Bus. Project Loon was created in 2011, Google Glass is in product now, self-driving car is in product now, and the Internet Bus was discontinued in 2011. From the beginning, Google has always positioned itself as a company that is as much about innovating for recreational reasons as it is about creating a more equitable world. Its mission to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible highlights an overarching theme of making the internet and all products Google has to offer available to everyone, regardless of their circumstance. Project Loon is a research and development project being developed by Google with the mission of providing internet access to rural and remote areas. The project uses high-altitude balloons placed in the stratosphere at an altitude of 32 kilometers to create an aerial wireless network with up to 3G-like speeds. The Loon balloon is about the average size of a school bus and has primarily been in use in New Zealand and Brazil because of the government's approval to use the product in these countries. The trials in these countries have been overwhelmingly successful in terms of providing internet access and have even participated in the local community's practices, which we will see later. Project Loon has used social media as a way of showing how the products can be a tool that bridges gaps among communities. Here, the Google Plus page illustrates the negativity that exists between communities with and without internet and how Project Loon can help solve it. It is very clear from the beginning that Project Loon is more interested in highlighting the social responsibility the company has in achieving its mission statement and being the voice of change around the world. For example, Project Loon took part in the Festivia de Junio, which is a local Brazilian celebration in which the children learn about the winter solstice. Project Loon connected the children with the internet so that their knowledge could grow and that they could also use the opportunity to learn more about other cultures around the world. This normally wouldn't happen because the children in the region don't have internet, but Google was able to provide that with the Project Loon project. Google Glass is a type of wearable technology with an optical head-mounted display, an OHMD for short. It was developed by Google with the mission of providing mass-market ubiquitous computer. Google Glass displays information in a smartphone-like hands-free environment, whereas communicate with the internet via natural language voice commands. Outside of recreational use, Google Glass has been known to help those with mental disabilities. The Google Glass Facebook page recently published an article about a girl with Asperger's and how Google Glass has allowed her to communicate with those around her more effectively. This example may not be about those from other countries, but it does highlight how Google Glass can positively impact marginalized communities within the states. Google has also gotten the attention of those at the American Association for People with Disabilities, in that the CEO has also stated how Google Glass has been able to positively impact those in the community by allowing them to communicate, which is one of the biggest problems that people with mental and physical disabilities have. Even Google employees such as Ned Sahin has devoted their time at work to showcasing how incredibly useful Google products can be. His conference about children with autism showcased how the Google Glass can teach kids with autism how to recognize different facial expressions, which is a problem for those in the autism community. One of Google's most interesting products is a Google self-driving car. This product is currently not on the market, but soon will be for commercial use. The product has been known for recreational use, but also to allow people in the older community and those with disabilities to be able to carry about their lives as they normally would without their disability. One of the big examples that Google chose to showcase with regards to the self-driving car was the story of Steve Mahan, a blind man who uses the car to go to Taco Bell as he normally would. The example not only showed how easy the car could be, but also the impact that it could have on someone with disabilities such as blindness. The Facebook page for the self-driving car also explained how the self-driving car could have a positive impact in other populations such as Japan, which has a very large Asian population. The product has been known to help those Asian populations get around more quickly without getting in accidents, but also helping pedestrians along the way. The Google Internet Bus is a project that has been discontinued since 2011, but provided internet usage to rural neighborhoods in India and Africa for up to 3 years. The product was one of the first to bring internet to these populations that normally wouldn't get internet. The internet bus would work by basically stopping in different areas and allowing people to get on the bus and use the internet for up to 2 hours at a time. This allowed people to not only experience the internet for the first time, but also allowed large populations of people to experience what the internet could do and why they needed it in their different communities. The reception of the Google Internet Bus in India and Africa was far-reaching and overwhelmingly positive. The government, the local governments, and the people were very receptive to the idea of having the internet for the first time, and this allowed the country of India to really develop its internet infrastructure. Google chose to market the Google Internet Bus in India because it is among all the markets in the world the largest for the population without internet. And for this reason, it would have the largest impact for the people. There are other countries that don't have internet, but given the fact that India is one of Google's biggest markets, it made the most sense. All of this boils down to what does this mean for Google's perception back home in America and around the world. What we've seen is that Google is actually ranked in the top 5 for the past 10 years regards to its social responsibility ranking, which is something that Forbes lists every year for companies around the world. Google has been very successful in allowing its products and innovation to positively impact the world, from communities of color to communities of disability to communities of age. It has been able to bridge the gap among so many different people, and it has truly been one of the biggest and most influential companies in the world. Just given the fact that it is a technology company, it says a lot, but the fact that it is able to harness its innovation for the good of the people, but also represent and be a company that is the envy of the world is something that all companies should strive for because it embodies all that a company that makes a profit should be.